seated single arm lat pull down. So for this exercise, we're going to be using your door attachment at the highest position on the door with a band of your choice in terms of the amount of resistance that you need attached to a single handle. If you do not have the set with carabiners and attachments and you just have the tubing with the affixed ends, what you can do is double up the handles and grab on with one hand to get the same effect. So in terms of execution, what we're going to do is we're going to come down into a seated, we're going to grab the handle and we're going to come down into a seated position. The seated position will more than likely provide enough resistance for this to be a challenging exercise. If you determine that it is too much or too little, you can always change your position in space, whether it be a half kneeling or potentially a seated in a chair or standing position. But again, that really is determinant on how much resistance that you need for this specific exercise. Once we're in that seated position, we're going to think about nice posture. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. Think about if you were sitting in a chair, right? Nice and tall through that chest and spine. And then we're going to think about this big back muscle, all right, which will term your lat. And we're going to initiate that and really think about squeezing that, all right, as we start to bring that hand down towards our shoulder. Good. And then we're going to control everything back to that starting point. All right. Notice the control. We want to be at about that tempo when you're first starting out. Good. Let's do a few more reps. If you're going too quick, you might not feel in the right spot. It might be at a higher chance for injury during the exercise. Good. Going back up. All right. But again, the goal is to really think about squeezing this big muscle right through the back. You can kind of think as if you were trying to wring out a sponge full of water right underneath your armpit. That's the muscle we're trying to engage and challenge during this exercise.